I know a guy who's going to talk about Jason today. His name is me. It's a spooky, scary horrorcast. Hello, hello, greetings and salutations. First off, big thanks for all the positive feedback, all the love you have given me for doing this fun little podcast thingy. It's been fun, and reactions have been positive. So thank you so much for that. And nobody's hurt my feelings yet, so that's good. So thank you for not hurting my feelings. That means a lot. So yeah, the Jason movies. My love of Jason goes deep. I have pretty much all the NECA figures, including this one. And I'm about. This is the most annoying thing ever, but I'm gonna do it. It's fun. Oops. It's light sensitive. And the thing here says, "You and your friends are dead. Game over." So, yeah, man, that's blunt. That's how you end a game. Just kill everybody. Because why not? But yeah, my love of Jason, it goes deep. Like, it goes back to watching, the movie marathons when I was a kid. Like, I was scared by him, but weirdly fascinated. That was some of the earliest horror movies that I watched. And, Crystal Lake, in terms of a setting, like, it's very similar to where I grew up in New Hampshire. Like, I grew up in New Hampshire in the woods. There was a lake nearby. It looked very Jason movie-ish. So right there, the vibe is kind of connecting. And, it's like something about, the woods back east. Like this, the original, I think the original few were filmed in like upstate New York or New Jersey or something like that. I could have read up on where they were actually filmed, but, whatever. I'm kind of just blazing through this. So, you know. But yeah, but it's like, I remember going to something called Nature's Classroom when I was in junior high, and it looked exactly like part two. Or, I'd go to a friend's house and it would look exactly like part four, right down to Crispin Glover showing up and dancing. That's, I had a weird childhood. That happened. Let's go to the mailbag. Someone asks, as far as you know, what my top three favorite Jason movies are. For me, let's see. Part four, because part four is kind of immediately comes to mind because that's where I feel like they perfected the formula there. Jason's got the mask, he's killing people, and also Savini came back to do the makeup. That's phenomenal. That's fantastic. And let's see, part two, it's just raw and gnarly, and it's a fun watch. Great cast. Jason Lives. That's that's a really good one. It's just funny. And it's well crafted. Yeah, it has this sense of humor and sarcasm to it that not many Jason movies really have. So that's a standout. So 4, 2, and Lives. So 4, 2, 6, however you want, whatever you want to call it. Jason's gone in interesting directions over the years. Most recently, we have the Jason universe, and I remember when they announced it. So when they announced it a couple years ago, this is kind of what they said about this. I'm reading off the screen here. They said this initiative serves as a multi-platform expansion of the Friday the 13th franchise, encompassing new movies, television series, video games, immersive experiences, and merchandise. Jason fans like myself let out a collective, cool, I guess. Because we don't really know what stuff like immersive experiences mean exactly. But no, but yeah, a couple years on, it's kind of worked out, really. We got Sweet Revenge, the Angry Orchard sponsored short film. I actually thought that was really good. They took some chances and did some cool stuff with the mythos. So it kind of worked out. We got Hollywood Horror Nights last year, And man, I really wish I was able to go because they also had the Terrifier one. That would have been absolutely fantastic. You know, they got video game skins for, I think, Fortnite and uh, Dead by Daylight. That's kind of cool. Funko Pops. You know, I have a whole lot of Funko Pops. I don't have any Jason Funko Pops. You know, the reason being is like, I feel like, you know, once you get a Jason tattoo, it's like the merchandise just kind of feels like, yeah, that's cute. So yeah, Jason. He's cool, I guess. He's fine. He checks out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Peace out. Stay spooky.